Mama!
Melba, that made me lightheaded.
I love how the dogs ran in and out, every single one.
What's going on, guys? Uncle Nick here. I do want to apologize for not having a lot of content out to you guys the previous week. There are some big things coming up this week. Miles and I are headed to the NFL draft. It's been a lot of communicating and getting things set up for that, and just it's been busy, and I've honestly kind of took a different approach to my training the past week or two. I've been getting a lot more focused and intense because I do not want any issues that I had at Worlds or anything like that. I don't want to say selfish, but that would be the correct term, and it's not selfish in any negative connotation. It's just I've been very engaged into what I'm doing at the task at hand, and that meant a little less filming, a little less thinking about content, and a lot more of executing, being conscious of my movements, and really being mentally engaged with what I'm doing at the time. The gym banner's kind of been a little bit drawn back because I've been extremely focused on the work at hand and the work that needs to be done with a goal in mind to deliver a good performance come June. There isn't any other reason other than that and those things. It's just been busy. It's that simple, and a lot on the plate. But this video, I did want to go over two things: what we have coming up this week with the NFL Draft, what to expect from that, and two, the Lions State Classic. I did notice something that a lot of people make this giant mistake when they're doing medleys and stuff where they have to run between implements, and you're giving up points with it. It's so simple, it's so easy to fix, and it drives me nuts, especially, and it means more in the middleweight class where guys are fast and can sprint and doing stuff like that. So we'll dive right into that. It's not going to be a long video. It's going to be quick, straight, and to the point. It's just something I feel like I should really put out there, because when I saw the middleweights get up to it, I let them know, like, hey, you guys, you're giving up points by making this mistake. I don't want to see anybody off the gas pedal on this. I want to see you guys execute. I want to see you guys represent the middleweights well. So without further ado, let's go over what exactly am I talking about. Alright, so the main thing that I want to talk about in this video actually has to do with sprinting. A lot of guys give up time jogging between implements. So the medley that they had at Lions State was you would lay on your belly from the push-up position, which is new, and I think that was really cool. It changed some stuff up a bit. That was really good on Brian and Joey's side of the innovation of things. And basically the gist of it was you sprint down, load a sandbag, sprint back, you load a keg, sprint down to the stone, AMRAP on the stone for the remainder of the minute. Now, think about it. If you're sprinting 50 foot, that's 1-2 seconds. If you're jogging, that's 3-4 seconds. I mean, you're literally giving up points by not being full throttle in between implements. You're leaving points out there, giving up position, and making it easier for other guys to move up in the point system. Easily correctable. All you have to do is go out and sprint or set up 2 implements, sprint, carry, and it's something that I do. I have the sandbags, and I have the sandbag carry medley for June. You start with a sandbag, you pick it up, you carry it 50 or 60 foot, or whatever it is, load it into the sled, sprint back, pick up another sandbag, carry it, load it into the implement, then you drag the sled back to where you started. So it's essentially 150 foot total of implement moving and then 100 total feet of sprinting. If you think about it, in events like the one at the Lions State, you say it takes you 2 seconds to sprint 50 foot or whatever. You're moving, right? Say someone takes 2.5, 3, 3.5. Now, at a national level or at a world's level, 1 second can be the difference between like first and sixth place, because the guys at that level are so close in speed and strength, because that is why they're there. That's the common denominator. They're fast, they're strong, and they have a big gas tank. They can be consistent across all the events. It was the last event for the day for the middleweights, I think, maybe. So it really came down to who had what in the gas tank. And I took the opportunity to really get in their heads and emphasize, hey, do not give up free points. That's what you're doing. You're handing somebody points to do better than you on that event by jogging. Think about it as if you jog down there and it takes you 3 to 4 seconds to get between implements, then that's a total of 8 seconds you give up on stones, and that's a rep. That is a full rep on a stone, possibly 2 if it's light enough and you're moving fast enough. So that's what I mean, is it's just so important and it's so simple, and I see it so often. Let's be honest, some of the heavyweights are sprinting but look like they're jogging. They're just big animals. But middleweights and lightweights, you guys have no excuse but to be fast. No excuse other than to sprint. Sometimes when I do some of these events, it is I have a partner next to me kind of running with me, or if I'm doing a farmer's carry or yoke, I have someone running next to me trying to stay a slight step ahead of me to really make me push that little bit harder, and it really helps. I mean, when you get against faster guys, it opens your eyes into how fast you need to go. You know what a good pace feels like. You know what slow feels like. So the main thing I want to emphasize with you guys is do not give up that time when you're sprinting in between implements. Do not jog. Do not do something in between a jog and sprint. All out. It has to be 100% pedal to the metal, and then be cautious of slowing down, because I've bitten the dust. I figured out my footwear issue. I know what works. I know what doesn't. Just pay attention to the surface. Pay attention to your surroundings. That's where I make up a lot of time, is that in a sprint, I'm faster than a lot of people. So it gives me the opportunity to get a little bit of extra time where I might be slower on the load because they're taller, so it's easier. It's just little things like that that people overlook that you can combine together and put a much better performance, much better time, and get more points. So that is about all I have for you on that. Like I said, that's pretty straightforward. Just go out and do some sprints. If you don't think you're fast, just go sprint. Go sprint with a sled. Do weighted pulls. Build that explosiveness. On to what is coming up this week. So I mentioned before, Miles and I are going to the NFL draft. They had reached out and sent out an invitation to the draft. I've been communicating with some people in the NFL. Miles will be calling the 3rd round draft pick for the Baltimore Ravens. That is the home team here in Maryland. So he'll be calling the 3rd round draft pick on live television on Friday night. So that is Central Time, Eastern Time. I don't know what time zone they're basing their broadcast off of. But on top of that, we'll be getting a workout in with some people down there, some possible other surprises in the mix that I don't want to put out because I'm not supposed to tell Miles. So I can't really tell you guys, because in case Miles watches this video, Miles, you better watch my videos. In case he does watch this video, I don't want to spoil the surprise for him. But for right now, what I can say is that we are doing a workout with someone that Booth Camp, whatever, fitness. I'm not familiar. It'll be a learning experience for me. I'm not missing any training. There are a couple gyms down there that I did some research up, and the people I was communicating with, they actually helped me with places to look. So even though they might not have all the strongman implements, I can still do push presses with a barbell, strict presses with a barbell. I can still get working and get stronger. I'm going to make that effort to do so. Outside of that, we'll be doing the red carpet stuff Thursday night with the opening for the 1st round on the draft. Doing all that stuff. I think there will be an interview as well. Then there will be the Friday night activities with the 3rd round pick. I'm hoping to film as much as I can, maybe get 1 to 2 videos. If you guys liked the way I vlogged Nike and Arnold and stuff with the trip and then the actual event and stuff like that, I'm going to get at least 1. I'm hoping to get 2, and if everything goes amazing, maybe 3, but I just don't know what I can and can't film, because there will be so much media coverage with this type of event, because the NFL is a huge organization. So I just wanted to bring you up to speed with that update and let you know what's going on my end. I will be hard at work this week trying to get these videos out. And it'll pretty much, we come back Saturday, so it'll be Saturday evening. I'll be working. Then we actually have another event called Project Runway Saturday night back here. And it's this dog adoption thing where they get athletes and you walk dogs that are up for adoption from animal shelters and stuff. down a runway, kind of like presenting them like a fashion model. So that's a really cool thing that Miles and I were invited to, and it's a good thing to get involved with. So really excited to do that. So Saturday and then Sunday I'll be doing a lot of editing, trying to crank out these videos. So look for another video at the end of the weekend and early next week as well, because I want to get these videos out to you guys, get back into the regular content stream, because now I have a path of what's going on with this NFL draft, because there were a lot of variables. So I was kind of focused on some real life stuff, not as much as internet stuff. It's going to be rolling on steady, guys. So thank you guys so much for being patient. It means a lot. You guys constantly come back and watch my videos, so there will be more coming for you guys and some hopefully really cool stuff. I'm going to film everything I possibly can for y'all. So until the next time, you guys know what the deal is. Get out there, get after it, and embrace the suck. I don't have a hat on.